What if I told you that the trend your favorite fitness influencers swear by is actually freezing your muscle growth and killing your strength gains? The trend of the ice bath is still growing right now for its massive dopamine spikes and rapid recovery. A groundbreaking study in the Journal of Physiology proves that taking an ice bath right after weightlifting completely blasts your hypertrophy and stops long-term strength gains. Today, we're looking past the hype. Today, we have the top 5 scientifically proven pros and cons of cold water immersion, including a critical cardiac warning that most people are completely ignoring. Let's get into it. The news is next. Stand by. Welcome back to Fitness News and Review series on the pros and cons of trends in fitness. In this episode, we're looking at the cold plunge ice bath trend. By the end of this video, you'll know more about whether the ice bath trend is right for you. Pro number 1. Ice bath accelerates acute muscle recovery and reduces delayed onset muscle soreness. Immersing your body in cold water, usually around 50 degrees or so, causes immediate peripheral vasoconstriction, meaning your blood vessels narrow to push blood towards your core. This process limits the post-exercise buildup of fluid and inflammatory cells in your muscle tissue. This significantly dials back delayed onset muscle soreness. While it doesn't fix structural micro tears in your muscles, it acts as a pretty powerful pain reliever that gets athletes and fitness enthusiasts feeling much better, much faster. Moving on to con number 1, cold plunging blunts long-term muscle growth and strength gains. To build muscle size and strength from weightlifting, your body requires the natural inflammatory response triggered by training. This localized inflammation releases vital signaling molecules like cytokines and activates satellite cells and to repair and grow the muscle. An ice bath within 4 to 6 hours after resistance training freezes this natural inflammatory signaling. Research confirms this directly stunts long-term muscle growth and strength gains, making immediate post-workout cold plunges highly counterproductive for bodybuilders and weightlifters. Moving on to pro number 2. Triggers a massive neurochemical mood and focus spike. The intense environmental stress of freezing water activates the sympathetic nervous system and triggers a dramatic hormonal surge. Studies show that the cold water immersion can elevate blood concentrations of norepinephrine by 530% and dopamine by roughly 250%. Unlike the sharp spike and crash associated with nicotine or caffeine, this dopamine release is sustained, rising slowly, staying elevated for several hours. This leaves you with a prolonged sense of calm, laser-sharp mental focus, and an elevated mood long after you dry off. If you're into the cold plunge trend, drop us some comments in the comment section below and let us know how it goes for you and how it makes you feel. Moving on to con number 2, cold plunge and ice bath imposes a severe cardiovascular and cold shock risk. The immediate impact of freezing water on your skin causes a cold shock response. This forces an involuntary gasp, hyperventilation, and/or instantaneous massive spike in your heart rate and blood pressure as your peripheral blood vessels clamp shut. For individuals with undiagnosed or underlying cardiovascular vulnerabilities, this sudden extreme workload on the heart can trigger a lethal cardiac event, a panic-induced drowning from water inhalation, or a stroke. It is a high-risk activity for anyone without a clean bill of heart health. Moving on to pro number 3, it builds a high level of mental resilience and stress tolerance. Slipping into a freezing water triggers an immediate hardwired fight-or-flight panic response, characterized by gasping and an elevated heart rate. By entering the tub deliberately and using deep, controlled breathing to override this panic, this is next-level mental control. This trains your brain's prefrontal cortex to quiet the fear center of the brain, building a psychological resilience that translates directly into staying calm under everyday emotional and professional stress. Moving on to con number 3, this masks injuries by creating a false sense of recovery. Because cold water numbs nerve endings and reduces blood flow, it acts as an incredibly effective localized anesthetic. It turns off pain signals entirely, masking the true physical state of your joints and muscles. This creates a dangerous psychological illusion where an athlete feels completely fine, healed, and pain-free, even though the underlying micro tears, joint strains, or structural damage remain completely undetected. Returning to high-intensity training under this false sense of security dramatically elevates the risk of acute injury. Pro number 4, it optimizes sleep via rapid core body temperature reduction. Your body's natural circadian rhythm relies heavily on temperature cues. A drop in core body temperature is the biological trigger required to initiate deep sleep cycles. Water conducts a heat away from the body roughly 20 times faster than air. Taking a cold plunge a few hours before bed forces a rapid drop in your internal temperature. As your body warms back up naturally, it triggers a parasympathetic rebound, shifting your nervous system out of a high alert and into a deep relaxed state. This rest and digest state is perfect for deep sleep. Con number 4 represents serious threats of hypothermia and incapacitation. If an individual stays in cold water for too long, typically stretching past 10 minutes in freezing water, in water near freezing, their internal core temperature will inevitably drop. As mild hypothermia sets in, blood is diverted away from extremities and to the core vital organs. This leads to a rapid loss of manual dexterity, muscle weakness, and mental confusion. A user can quickly become physically incapacitated and lose the strength or coordination required to safely lift themselves out of the tub, posing an isolated drowning risk. Moving on to pro number 5, this stimulates metabolic activity via brown fat activation. Regular cold exposure stimulates and increases the volume of brown adipose tissue, commonly known as brown fat. Unlike white fat, which stores excess energy, brown fat is packed with mitochondria and acts like a built-in furnace, burning glucose and lipids to generate heat. While it won't replace a solid diet or caloric deficit for massive weight loss, an active brown fat profile improves your overall metabolic health and enhances insulin sensitivity and slightly increases your daily baseline calorie burn. Last but not least, con number 5. It carries a substantial financial, logistical, and maintenance burdens. To achieve actual physiological benefits, consistency is key. However, maintaining water between 40 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit requires either buying hundreds of pounds of loose ice every single week or running dedicated cooling machinery. High-quality commercial-grade cold plunge units outfitted with powerful chillers, ozone sterilization, and advanced filtration systems routinely cost between $2,000 and $6,000. Choosing the cheaper route means consistently hauling heavy bags of ice and dealing with stagnant, bacteria-prone water, causing most people to give up on the routine. Well, there you have it, folks. A common sense top 5 pros and cons of the ice bath trend in fitness. You should be able to make a better decision on whether cold plunging is right for you or not. Drop us some comments in the comment section and let us know if you're into the trend and how it makes you feel, how it works out for you, what type of system you have, whether it's a DIY system, commercial system, something like that you put together yourself, whether you maintain a high-end system or you just have like a do-it-yourself thing with ice or whatever. Let us know in the comments below. If you'd like to support the channel, or you like this video, it's as easy as liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. Drop me some comments below. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how you do it, and we'll see you in the next one. Everybody stay blessed. Next video coming real soon. Peace.